Listen up. Boy.
Titillate the juices. You know what? Woo! Right now. Woo! Woo!
Dr. Hughes invites followers. Oh, let's see if they increase now. Me too. Yeah, wow. Dr. Hughes.
Mock-ass mock.
He's a great podcaster.
Trick-ass mock.
Acknowledge me.
We coming for you, nigga. Fat! Yeah, Dr. Hughes, here we go. Keep plugging yourself, that's cool.
First up, a man whose looks will serve your inner needs and desires.
Dr. Hughes.
Yes, that's right, Brooklyn Brawler. Once more, Tuesday night, every Tuesday, with my guest, Jess. Shout out to Jess over here. Yep. Do you collect those things in the background, by the way? And the cat.
Like all my stuffed animals.
Yeah. You collect them?
I mean, I not on purpose. I just really like cute things. So
Is there a dead person under there or something?
No, it's a couch that no one can now. I got this couch so that people like need to crash or whatever. Like, we could just pull it out, and now it's full of stuffed animals. So
Nice.
they can sleep on the
Everybody
floor.
get liking, everybody get retweeting and sharing and hitting all the buttons. Don't make me ask more than once. Exactly. Subscribe, whatever that was.
I was pointing. Pressing the button,
Oh, right. Hit the buttons is what we're trying to tell you. Nothing else. Well, no. DM me if there's something else. All right. Anyway, so we did our plugs. I got to ask you this. You brought up MSI a few times when I was talking about band stuff, and it just totally went over my head. You're talking about mindless self-indulgence, right?
Yeah.
Nobody would know that, right? You would think I know all about that. And it was funny. Some of my roommates at the time and things were like, listen, this is enough of your circus music, they would say. Around the times we were all drinking on porches and we're playing the music and things. So there was a good several months there back in the 2000s, the good old 2000s, where we were blasting all that stuff. And, these other rock guys, because there was a lot of people in the rock scene too. They're just like, the fuck are you guys listening to? And I was like, yep, it is something. I don't know if you could play a lot of those songs these days.
No. And also, I'm pretty sure Jimmy is in no, I think he's in jail, maybe. So
really, I wouldn't. I mean, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, so I listen to them every now and then, and I'll think of a song and I'll go back, but I'm like, maybe not.
That was very random. Yep. I remember I had a t-shirt. I gave it away to somebody because I'm thinking to myself, I have this I'm like, I'm not wearing this t-shirt anywhere. Am I going to wear this thing? Right. Wrestling shows. But, yep. Look at your friend is here. Chelsea's in the house.
Hey,
Chelsea in the building. That's my new thing. In the building. Just like the rappers, the old school rappers say. So Chelsea's in the building. Slee's in the building. Everybody needs to subscribe. If you haven't, you got some mental issues, I think, because I'm a doctor, right?
Yeah.
Diagnose everybody. You're all crazy for not subscribing. Yeah. Here's a story about mindless self-indulgence before I stop that, because this is just so random, right? I went to go see them, never seen them before. Buddy of mine that put me on to them was always in the show scene and whatever. We go and take a trip, 20 minutes to Boston, and it was at a rock club that's on Lansdowne Street, which is the street that's behind Fenway, where a lot of home run balls get hit out to and stuff like that. And we're lined up at the door ready to go in, and the manager, whoever, comes out and goes, "Yep, no show tonight. He's sick." I guess the lead singer was sick, which is Jimmy, right?
Yes.
And sick, probably. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, drunk.
All the sticking and the popping and the jabbing and the sniffing. Yep, the popping, and did I say popping? Anyway.
Yes.
Good. Got that out of the way. Got this out of the way. Did you have a great Halloween?
Yes, because Tama Tonga was on TV.
Well, all because Tama Tonga's on TV, folks. Can you believe this? Yeah. So she likes it too. So Tama Tonga is going to be facing Dragunov very soon. I mean, they previewed that for us. I love it. I'm loving it. They look pretty much the same. You got these two thick boys, these real wrestlers. That's all I want. I don't know if you know this, Jess. I don't think I brought this up to you, but I brought it up to these folks in the chat many times. I want my wrestlers looking like wrestlers. You can't, if you come out here looking like Adam Cole, I don't give a fuck. I just can't. It's not in. I grew up with the Ultimate Warriors, and you had to be big.
Yeah.
Now you're just like, you're smaller than me, and you're going to go and play video games and stuff, and you're a tough guy. It's just, no, not in my wrestling, folks. So what do you think? Do you mind the smaller wrestlers? I don't mind them if it's Rey Mysterio, right?
Yeah, it has to be like, maybe they should bring back like cruiserweights or something, but like I didn't mind them so much because, if you're athletic and you can do some cool stuff, right? That's great. But, kind of got to look the part, right? Like, I do agree there.
Yep. It says you gotta at least have some level of intimidation. Yeah, you gotta be able to intimidate these folks out here, just like Rusev does. Did you see that kid screaming the other night?
Yeah.
Yep.
That was pretty
Don't
good.
touch me. And that's wrestling, folks. I think a lot of people forgot what this pro wrestling stuff is, and I gotta teach them. That's why I do this show. I'm out here to educate the masses on this silly nonsense. You guys can't even figure this stuff out. I know you guys get it in the chat, and everybody watching in the future and listening on the audio podcast, you guys all get it. But these other people that we're talking about, they don't seem to get it. They're all upset about things, like stuff we're going to bring up tonight, that of course I'm upset about too, right? As you can see over here. But yeah, that LA Knight situation isn't fun either, with everybody not saying LA Knight. That was very unfortunate last night. I was waiting for him to come out at the end at some point. Of course, Logan Paul has seemed to have taken Seth Rollins' spot, not necessarily in the vision, but he's kind of hanging with them at the moment. I mean, we do have War Games coming up and all this. Everything seems to make sense, and they're filling in and doing things. But to not even be called out by CM Punk in his celebratory speech, CM Punk called out JD McDonough, which I don't have a problem with. I think JD McDonough is a great wrestler and all this stuff. He's not like huge or anything, but I will accept him because, you know, he takes a punishment. He can give the punishment. It looks good. That's what I want. But he's not even going to mention LA Knight. So is this WWE being mad at him for, you know, that stuff last time we were talking about?
I was going to make a joke that he was in catering, like, putting it back together as an apology. And then I saw somebody like legit tweet like he's being punished. And I'm like, oh my God, no, he's not.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, they really believe it. I think at this point, they don't know what to do with him since they're just not going to use him. They weren't going to make him champion, right? They got to give it to Punk instead, who's going to Saudi Arabia and he's doing all the, you know, he's really coming through for them in a lot of ways. And of course, he's got the, you know, he's been around. He's been in WWE before. LA Knight is the same age and they're not going to push him that way. So I get it. I don't have to like it, but I get what they're seeing, you know, as far as business wise, what they need to do. But to then not have him in the mix at all that's a little shocking to me. So, yep.
I think they have a problem. There's just a lot of top guys, right? Which used to not really be the problem. You had your main guys, they were always in the main event scenes. Now you kind of have like this mix of really talented, popular people, and either they lose all the time, or you know, like everyone can't have a title, right? Because that's just going to cheapen the title. So it's kind of like, what do you do with someone like LA Knight and Jay and you know all these other people? So like Drew, right? Like it's a good problem to have, but it does suck like story wise, and obviously if you're a fan, it's a little
with
tiresome
stuff too. To lose to Cody Rhodes again, to me, that's just it's obnoxious. And I mean, we kind of seen it coming. He got over on him during SmackDown. This Cody Rhodes went to the table. I mean, he really gave him the business. He's like, wouldn't you rather be like trick or treating with your kids instead of fucking hamming it up for the crowd, wearing the silly ass outfit? And, you know, and it got in his head, right? But not really, because Cody's still champ. And yeah, did you hear that news that he is retiring? I mean, of course, they're all going to retire, but he wants to retire, I would think, sooner than people realize. People like me, I'm used to Ric Flair like staying around forever. Like a lot of the old school wrestlers, they want to do this shit until the wheels fall off. The smart thing to do is get out while you're healthy, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So Cody is saying the last contract that he signs is probably going to be his next one. But you know, that money talks. He'll be in Saudi Arabia 2045. Once again, like Shawn Michaels was. Looking the fool. No. That was your last match, Shawn. Don't say it wasn't. Maybe that's why I was getting blocked by him. Stuff like that. But hey, I got to do my show, Shawn. Yep. Sean Hickenbottom. Doxed. Get doxed. Anyway. How dare he block me, my favorite wrestler. But guess what, Jess? My second favorite wrestler ever all time, Chris Jericho. I got a thing for long-haired blonde guys. And he's coming to WWE. I mean, I think we talked about it a little bit, but are you getting more excited now that Y2J's right around the corner?
So I used to love him, especially in WCW, and I don't know. I mean, it's kind of soured a little bit with his like AEW stuff, but I saw he looks like he's in WWE shape. So, you know, as long as it's not a long time, right? Like maybe just a little bit of stuff, kind of, you know, put a curtain on his career. That's fine, but I don't really want him hogging the spotlight. So,
yep, I do. I love it when he hogs the spotlight. He's one of the best on the mic ever. And he's funny. Yes. There's a lot of these wrestlers are not funny at all, or even have personality. And it's getting worse over time. And there is something to it where I blame WWE and the way that they do things now, because they're not as loose, because there's so much money on the table corporate wise and whatnot, you can't just let somebody go out there and speak freely. They have to be on the script. In the scripts are what, Bret Hart?
It's the shits.
They're the shits, like 80-90% of the time. Becky Lynch, she pretty much cut this promo all year long this year, but she came out and did a really good promo last night. It's usually obnoxious, and this one was also very obnoxious, but it made more sense. It flowed more. It felt like she meant it.
Yeah.
I think there is something to it, because she doesn't like to lose a lot, this Becky Hogan. I might have gotten rid of the picture. Where are you, Becky Hogan? She's gone, but we'll get her back someday. Brother. I got her right here. Don't worry. Yep.
Put like a little red wig on it.
Maxine Dupree looks amazing, right? She's possibly getting to be a better wrestler. And you know how these wrestlers are with their spots. You know what I'm saying? Come on, we gotta make something of this, right? This is real life business going on. Has to be a little bit, because those other promos she was doing against all the other girls, like, were ridiculous, like ridiculously bad. And she was just repeating herself over and over. Go watch the video promo edits I do. I point that out very much, especially in this last one. But Becky Lynch was flowing this time. So I think she can work herself up to not like this person, how I do with Pat McAfee, right?
Yeah, I also think, obviously she had less time for this promo. I think when she kind of gets a little bit more, leeway with time, Cody does the same thing, right? You get, a little repetitive, and you're just kind of like, all right, tighten that up, and then cut that promo. But yeah, I think I like Becky's promos. I think she's really good. I think one of the problems, it's a good problem, but there's not really characters anymore, so you're able to be yourself, but some people just don't have charisma, so they're able to be themselves, but they're flat because they're boring. So I think it shows a little bit more because they're not acting or trying to act, which could go either way.
I don't know. This wrestling watching business, folks, it's tough, right? Yep. Oh yeah, wrestling, yeah. Even though I don't watch it anymore, because
it's the shits.
Well, I wouldn't say complete the shits. If you watched it several years ago, you could say that a lot of the time. It's not that bad in comparison to that. It's just, in my opinion, going into the future here, I'm expecting more. I'm expecting it to be layered, better stories. Instead, we're kind of just doing the same old stuff over and over. You know what I'm saying, Coach? Shout out to Coach. Yep. Sorry about your Blue Jays, but this guy, he took it over and won it. The Dodgers, right, Dave Sarah? Shout out to you. Dabbleverse celebrity, everybody. He was on one of my favorite shows of the year. It's been a down year in MLC podcast, by the way, Jess. This MLC podcast it's been having the waves, like most shows, like this wrestling business we're talking about. But MLC this year, it started off, they made a few superstars. One of them that came on my show, CWC, last week. Of course, he's a superstar, but I mean, they've had a lot of misses, a lot of repeats, even though it's the best, right? Number one in comedy super chats.
Wow.
We're not even monetized over here, folks. So if you're watching and not in the chat with all the other cool people, hurry up. Hit that button. I'm not even going to say it. I was about to say naughty words. She nailed it. They're dorks when they're themselves. That's from Justin, I believe. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I know my chat.
You know all their names.
I know all the full names, Jeff.
I was going to say, is that a good or a bad thing?
Go ahead, troll me, everybody. Docs. Yep. And William Robinson says, is there any modern wrestler who can match the promos of Dusty Rhodes, Ric Flair, Randy Savage, Jerry Law? You're going way, way before any of us, William. I love that you're an old timer and you're watching, just like Uncle Old School probably listens more than he watches because he can't figure out any of this internet stuff. But I bring up like guys from the 2000s to people, and they're like, "Huh? Who's that?" And believe it or not, I forget about some people too. One being this guy. This is a good little segue here. Look at me being a pro. You know, this guy, he's in all these pictures, but look at the one with Cena.
Buchanan.
That's Paul Buchanan,
Bull.
everybody. That's
Bull.
Brooks Jensen's daddy. Never knew that. Yep. Brooks Jensen was in a tag team with Brooks and what was that group
Josh
called?
Briggs.
Briggs, yes. That's why you're here, Jess. Thank you. And yeah, that's how you know him. And he says that John Cena owes this his dad because he kicked him out of his group and he got another guy, and then he had to go do these other jobber gimmicks. Do you remember these, Jess? I mean, when did you start?
Right to Censor was great, so I loved that group.
Did you go back and watch a lot of wrestling, or when did you start technically?
Well, I mean, I started like right before Attitude Era, like, and then I stopped partway through like Ruthless Aggression, right when they were getting to like PG. And then I kept up with it, right, like via the internet, like reading stuff. So yeah, and then I came back in 2023 full time.
That's what, you know what, and I totally understand what you're saying. Some of the people, I know everybody here is like a savant when it comes to this stuff. Okay, they tell me I'm wrong all the time, so we get what you're saying. Full time means, you know, you've picked up the storyline, because it's a never-ending story, and sometimes you put the book down, sometimes you pick it up, sometimes you go back and read some of what you missed, and sometimes you don't, you know. And it's my period that I completely like dismissed was like between, I think the last show I went to randomly was in 2005, but I was kind of phased out a little bit before that. And so you could say, the end of Ruthless Aggression and the beginning of the PG era until, God, it was a while. 2015, I watched like steady. And that's what the year Seth Rollins took over. He was awesome in that year. Everything else kind of sucked, but there was a lot of funny business. Like he messed up Sting. You remember the buckle bombs?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Shows you how much I care about this story, right? Sorry, Paul. You ain't getting in the John Cena last tournament or whatever. Fuck out of here. Sorry, Brooks. You know, I don't think that's happening anytime soon. They got to get Damian Priest in there, right? And who else is in there? Rusev and Sheamus and
Shinsuke
Nakamura. Those are your first four, everybody. Yep. Shout out to HVAC. Yep. Buying memberships in MLC again. I was watching you. You're so rich. You're so famous. You're welcome here as well. Don't forget to hit the buttons. Everybody hit the like button. I need them more than anybody.
All buttons.
So these people do podcasts and they like step away from the computer for days on end. And like they come back and there's like 86 likes. In the meantime, I have to beg people to hit the button and it might go up a tick. Anyway. Yep. What does Cronky have to say? Cronky, what? We just need more stories and realism with their facial reactions that makes the match more worth to see and incorporate the storyline. Yep, because it helps suspending your disbelief if you think somebody's hurt. And William says, I started watching wrestling in the late 1960s. The first world champ I remember was Dory Funk Jr. Holy mackerel. You're like, that's by my math. You are 120 years old. I think that's correct. I'll check with my AI later. Yep. When you watch a product and they look like us, when they look like you, speak for yourself. When they look like you, it loses its luster. So much male talent need a year of a steroid cycle monitored by the company, of course, and illegal And I don't know what that means, but it probably means you safe. You want it to be safe and really
TRT, right? Like through a doctor, sure. I mean, I think anyone who's over 40 is 100% doing that because the recovery would not be like CM Punk. I know he doesn't wrestle like continuously, but that man would be broken by now.
Yeah, I mean, just for the durability and everything, and yeah, I don't see a problem with it in pro wrestling or anything. Like when you're talking real athletics, like when I call real, I mean like they're actually competing. I mean, even that with the gambling stuff, we know that's not real either. We get it, you know. And they're doing it anyways. They're trying to. I mean, LeBron James got what? He's going to play his like 25th year or something this year. Got it. Yep. He just leaves for 2 weeks in the middle of the season, like every season for the past 15 years. Oh, yep, my leg hurts. Oh, gotta just go take a vacation. Go, you know.
Yeah, I used to work at a supplement store, so maybe I might have misused the customer database and looked up some hockey players to see like if they were buying some things that maybe were helping with like estrogen to know if they were like cycling off something. So yeah, they're on stuff for sure.
No, it's their wives. It's their wives. That's always the excuse. They got it sent to their wife, you know. All these wives are on all kinds of, you know, high-tech juices and things, picograms and things. I know all about it. I'm a doctor myself again, like I said. Crunky, NXT Black and Gold was amazing. It was until all the vanilla midgets came in, over Undisputed Era and all that. I barely could watch that part. But Shinsuke Nakamura, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens when he first went over into WWE, Finn Balor, you know, the classic Sasha Banks, Bailey matches. What else am I missing? I'm sure there was more. That was the shit. Velveteen Dream, believe it or not, I don't care what you say, internet. He was good.
Well, he was until, you know, stuff happened. That doesn't change his in-ring skill, but yeah.
All right, let me finish. I'll finish his little chat here. Stories with matches in only an hour a week. Yep, that was amazing. Features stars that don't need to be there every week and make it more must-see when they are on the following week. I've been bringing this up ever since I come back all year, Jess. They could make the product better by simply cutting it in half. Evolve, fine. It's on Tubi. Nobody's watching it anyway, really. NXT now is on TV for 2 hours. We got SmackDown back to 2 hours. That's a win. And Raw has come down to 2.5. I think bringing that even further down to 2 hours is in their best interest. But of course, they have deals going on that I don't know about. That's probably why it has to stay that long. And I'm just telling you, the less is more in this case. And then you let all the cream rise to the top and you just push the fuck out of those guys. And then there'll be so many excess wrestlers on all these other little nothing shows on the internet, whatever, that when they do get called up, they can be brought up surprisingly without anybody knowing anything because they're already with the company and we already know about them. It's just a matter of when they do. And it will be a much bigger deal. Because to me, that's like one of the things, I think, biggest things lacking in pro wrestling these days is the hype of it. You know, getting to see it only once a week, twice a week. But then almost every show, it felt like in the Attitude Era, maybe even once a month, there was a massive return or somebody from another company. Or now they just show up and it's just like, all right, next.
Yeah. Definitely a lot. Like, it's tough because I would want to say it'd be nice to like rotate out some, like, you know, a storyline doesn't have to always be every week, right? And then like you can bring in more storylines doing it that way, like to keep the roster the same size, but then at the same time with all these like PLEs, like how would you properly build? And then the internet's just going to bitch anyway when someone's not on TV every week, which they do already. So, you know, I don't know if that's good or bad because that would just drive me insane. But there definitely is a little bit too much, and I think it's hurting the product for sure.
Except Tama Tonga. He can be on every week, right?
Oh, yeah. He can be on all the shows. 2 hours of him. That's fine.
Crunky, the real story is Tama Tonga staring down Dragunov on SmackDown for the U.S. title. Yep. That's where we started, and we ended up here somehow, but you know how this goes, Jess, right? So you just hang on. We're just going for a ride here. And this guy going all kinds of figure eights and things. But this Dragunov thing with Tama Tonga is right up my alley. Again, they look like wrestlers, and I think it's the longer this match doesn't happen, the better chance Tama Tonga is the next U.S. champion, and would make a lot of sense being in the group that he's in. What do you think of that? Tama Tonga is the U.S. champ.
I would love that. And I can wait. I'm not someone who's just like always got to have everything now. I would love for him to have some level of gold. So I think a singles championship would be nice. And it would be an awesome fucking match. So I could wait. Just don't not have him on TV. That's my one.
He definitely looks scarier this time around with the face paint, you know, the traps. He's doing the shrugs. So he looks the part. Again, like I said, Dragunov obviously looks the part. He's another hard hitter in the ring. That's going to be an amazing, like, just rivalry. Hopefully it turns into something like a real rivalry. I think at this point, the U.S. title right now is like, it's better than the CM Punk title and way better than the main title with Cody Rhodes. That's like almost the lowest. That's lower than the fucking women's tag championships right now. The Cody Rhodes main title of the company. Anyway, I'll read this and then we'll get back into stuff. But they're not going to do what Cena and a few others did and just push weight for a decade. So just put them on the cycle. Yeah, just do it, Justin. We'll just do that. Sure. I'm for it, man. Let's juice up all these guys. Chris Benoit style, right? If you're going to be small, at least. I'm not talking about Chris Benoit style like, at the end of his life.
I know, but that, like, he had the suitcase arms where, like, you know, you can't put your arms to your side.
The rabid Wolverine.
Lats are in the way.
Yeah, he was a scary man, even though he was short, right?
Oh, yeah.
Very scary, and especially now, even more scary. But autistic, he's in the house, in the building. I followed Nakamura since he was in Japan. Same here, bro. He was great in Japan. That's around the time when Kevin Owens again was getting moved up to WWE. But Shinsuke Nakamura in them 45-minute matches over in New Japan that were on some channel. One of the channels were carrying him. It's gone, long gone now. But yeah, those matches were amazing. And it's because they make it look real. He makes it look, even with the crazy, when they slam somebody in a big move, nobody's popping up. You know, it's kind of like a struggle. And that's what I'm here for. All this Power Ranger shit, Jess, get it out of my life. And Ian says that doesn't help with the constant arguments from people about their favorites not getting TV time. But listen, it's all about LA Knight getting TV time, all right? All it's about. Or else I'm mad for forever. And William says, I'd prefer 90 minutes for a TV wrestling show. That's not bad. But that 30 minutes, I mean, it already is. It's like the ads.
I was going to say, the ads kill it. That's what I think tends to drag it out. Because, like, if we don't watch it live, it is 90 minutes. There's no commercials. You just go right through. So it's much faster pace, much better.
And 90 minutes would be perfect. I agree with Doc. It's so long. Good God, Mania needs to go back to 1 day as well. Yep, they all need to go just 1 day for everything, except for Mania. I will allow Mania to go 2 days, Triple H. I'll allow it because it's experience.
Yes, and I like it being 2 days because, like, if we're traveling, I'm not going all the way to Vegas for, like, one show. Get out of here. Fuck that. No, I need 2 days. I like that. SummerSlam, I mean, obviously, you know, was right here in New Jersey. I didn't really care, but Doesn't really need to be two nights, but it is what it is.
You went just for Cardi B, didn't you?
No. I actually forgot she did like one thing.
I know. She was the host.
All she did was come out. Like, it was like the first night. And she just like was like, welcome to SummerSlam, and then left. And then we never saw her again. She didn't even do anything like while nothing was on TV. She never came back. That was it.
Very strange. She probably had no idea what was going on.
Just don't want to be there.
Just showed up and they're like, "Oh yeah, do this little spot or something." They're like, "Okay," and they're like, well, "What else do we do with her?" I don't know. She's a stripper rapper. You know, like what else are we gonna do with her? Like that's like, is she gonna stripper rap right now? Is that it? Like
take a bump? I don't know. She was like arguing with people on Twitter, so people thought like she was maybe gonna get involved.
She took a bump, all right. You know, sure she did that, but I can't get rid of this lady either, right? I'm watching My Patriots. I'm watching Bobby Kraft in his, his skybox there, the owner of the Patriots, top Jewish man. Shout out to you. And he has got Cardi B right next to him cheering during the game. And I'm like, why is she in the owner's? Oh, that's right. She's dating my number one receiver right now. Get out of my life. I didn't ask for this. Mm-hmm. Justin says, ha 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 ha, not Benoit. Oh, no, not him. Forget I even said that, all right? I was just thinking of smaller wrestlers that were jacked, and he was. Autistic says, seeing him get his streamer in WWE's Japan made me cry so hard. Yep. Shinsuke Nakamura we're talking. See, I can keep up with the chat and everything. This long ass delay, all buffering for everybody. And back in the day, fan access lasted all weekend, so I'm still on the 1-day deal. I don't know how to fit NXT and other crap in there. NXT on Friday, Hall of Fame Saturday, and Mania Sunday. Boom. Yep. And then you have now all the people that follow WrestleMania around. So I'm sure like House of Glory's there, MLW, and the West Side Guns promotions there, and you got all these different wrestling festivities to do in this town, which makes it Mania should be a whole weekend. Like give the week to the indies and you take the weekend, because nobody's doing shit while you're going live. That would be stupid. They probably do in some spots, but maybe the fancy bars, right? That fancy bar wrestling. Anyway, so Cody's still champ. I think I gave up the goods on that a little bit. It's just
one thing. So I think Drew is going to be filming a movie soon. So I was wondering.
Like Highlander.
Yeah. So I was wondering if that had something to do with it. And the one thing I did want to say is that if he did win, all the complaints would be that he won on Saturday night's main event and it's not that big of a deal and we hate Triple H, right? Like, so you can't win, right? It doesn't matter at that point. Someone was going to fucking complain about something.
If they complained about that, if he won on Saturday, like, who cares? It's isn't a premium show. It's on Peacock.
It's a glorified house show, according to the internet. Okay, so that's what I would hear, and that's what I would see. I literally said it to my husband. I was like, I'm gonna say it because the first thing that popped in my head when I saw all the complaints and people going buck wild on Sunday. I was like, they would have complained that, oh, of course he wins the title and it doesn't really matter because they bring up COVID too. Like, someone had a win during COVID. Like, you can just not have someone hold the belt.
He beat Brock Lesnar, for crying out loud, but because they didn't get to go there and see it, it's not a big deal. All right. I mean,
yeah, and like, I don't know. And also the way that people are reacting is like as if he's never held the championship before. Like he has. Just chill out. I'm sure he's fine, but there's this weird sentiment that like your favorite has to have the title or like their career's meaningless, and that's just not true. They obviously will be compensated in other ways through their contracts and stuff like that. I get that's not visible to you as a fan, but I don't know. People like cheapen Asuka's career because she doesn't have gold, right? Like, it's just chill out. She had a great career in WWE and she's happy with it. So
yep. Asuka's killing it right now. She's like one of the brighter spots of all their angles, of all the matches.
Yep.
Really everything.
Great.
Like, last night the two lady tag matches were actually good.
Yep.
Generally they're a mess and they're just not that entertaining, but it was funny watching Asuka kind of has Kyrie as like a little sister all the time, like do this, do that, like literally grabbing her and going, you placing her, and it's always mainly about the camera, like that hard cam, like come on, lady. She they went to do their spot before the commercial, and she was about to get up on the ropes and do the regular, entrance, and she's like grabbed her and go, hey, over here, and then she's like doing whatever she does, like that thing, and she did it at the end of the match too. So.
Yeah, she had her face like in Asuka's chest.
Yeah, like down at her groin.
My camera.
And she like twisted her head to like look at the camera. So like this Asuka, this whole thing, whether even the stuff that isn't a work, like that type of stuff, it all works.
Yep.
So Asuka is one of the MVPs right now. That storyline where they she started abusing Kyrie and now she's all afraid. No, we just need to make Asuka happy is the best. That's what I'm looking for. At minimal, you got to be able to create characters. They're worried about wrestlers and matches. It feels like, I know Triple H has said the complete opposite of what I'm saying a few days ago, but I don't believe it. I think you're giving us good WWE matches. I'll put it that way, because you're not getting pile drivers. Nobody's popping back up, except for in the super big matches, which is stupid. But anyway, it's like they're Triple H is he doesn't feel that involved with this anymore. It felt like he felt super involved at the beginning, and I could be wrong, but the reports are Dave Meltzer, right? He's not around a lot. And he even let Seth Rollins and somebody else do like a live event, and they said it went well. And I mean, how hard can it be, honestly? Seriously, Jeff. We're adults. Like how hard could it be to just get these knuckleheads in line and to say you're doing this, you're doing that. We've been doing this for our whole lives, and that's it. Here's your time, and then you just literally give everybody a time, like. How fucking hard is that? The hard part is getting everybody everywhere in the logistics, to me. Like the actual, like the traveling and making sure that the pieces are in place for your master plan for the show, whatever. But, because
that, and I guess if like something goes wrong or runs over, right? Like if you're not fully prepared, then obviously that's probably something somebody with some level of skill needs to be involved in. But yeah, I mean, I think if you are a wrestler, obviously falling into that role shouldn't be that difficult. But I think it's just more around the current storylines. And I think we've brought this up before. Obviously, a lot of injuries have kind of derailed it. But I like long-term storytelling, but it just feels like the contingencies to pivot if something does fall through, like aren't there, and those are being kind of like written on the spot, and then they are a little lackluster. And because there's so many PLEs, you don't have time to rebuild, and so you just kind of get like something thrown at you for something that cost a lot of money for going. So yeah, I don't know. Hire me, I'll fix it. That's what I'll say.
And the Asuka Kyrie Io angle, it certainly does rule. The one thing I don't like about this angle, and it really only involves one of these Japanese ladies. Where is it? I'm not liking the way Rhea Ripley is dealing with my Japanese girls. If you know what I mean. She's a little. Listen, if I was married or dating one of these ladies, and I'm not saying they're even straight, who knows, and I seen Rhea Ripley coming around, letting her crawl all over me like she's a little baby, and carrying her around and eating with her like this, and doing this. That's what I'm supposed to be doing to Io Sky, not you, Rhea Ripley.
It's just like normal girl stuff. I don't know.
This is normal girl stuff?
Yeah, I do this all the time with my friends.
This is normal Dr. Huge stuff. people in the chat. You understand what I'm saying? But I don't want to see Rhea Ripley do this because she pins all the girls like this. She tries to, except Io Sky. She really she wants a baby with her, I believe.
Did you see how Ilya pinned Nathan on Friday? And you want to talk about Rhea's pin over? Yeah,
I might have missed
wrist
it.
held down. Okay, that was kinky as hell. So don't even.
I don't know about that either. But this
I
Rhea
called it
Ripley, this I don't trust her around. She's the bad boy out there in the streets, and my kids, my little girls, I don't want her messing up their lives. Okay, because that's what she's doing. You see all her tattoos, everybody. She's gonna mess these little girls up. They don't have no tattoos. They don't know nothing about that.
I think that's what they're looking at, but
she's probably smoking cigarettes. She's gonna get her to smoke cigarettes now.
Oh my god!
My goodness, what is going on with this wrestling, everybody? You know, it's really changed from back in my day. Could you imagine Macho Man and Hulk Hogan doing this together, brother? Could you even imagine? Yeah, exactly.
I think for women's wrestling, it's actually more tame.
My goodness.
Oh, my cat.
You know, the cat's going somewhere?
Yeah, she wants out.
Yep. The only thing that's missing in here is Bailey, I think.
Yeah.
We got to get Bailey in there.
I agree.
And a few others. I've been saying it for years, and I don't know, and it doesn't really matter to me anyway, but I think Asuka is a lesbodian. She always came off very lesbodian vibes.
Oh, she has a kid, I'm pretty sure.
Really? Well, that
yeah.
doesn't matter.
But I mean, yeah, I was going to say that doesn't mean anything, but, you know.
Yeah. I mean, to me, what I thought it was, the mannerisms and the street clothes. Or she just could be an auntie, you know. I don't know. Yep. So there's your hot takes on Asuka, everybody, and one of the best storylines going. Yep. Everybody misses Ziggler out here. What? Ian says they seem to almost be completely focused on the idea of telling stories that pay off years down the line, which are great, but you also need to have multiple shorter storylines going on constantly. Absolutely. Yep. And then those little storylines could eventually be used to create a bigger storyline, you know, moving forward. And Justin says, I miss Ziggler. Where the hell is that guy now? Wasn't he in TNA recently?
I thought he was.
And I heard rumors that he might be coming back to WWE. You know what? That could be somebody in John Cena's little last tournament, whatever. The last time is now. Where's my Cena's?
John Cena recognized.
That's right, John Cena. That's not even Cena, right? But it's John Cena to me. Do you remember this bit? With The Miz and Maurice, they played John and Nikki Bella when they were.
Oh, yeah.
And John Cena was just all about, like, you don't have kids. You can't even have kids. You have no balls and blah, blah, blah. And that's like, and then The Miz has 2 kids, right? That was all because of John Cena. He ragged on him so much about it that he's like, you know what? I gotta now because John Cena. In the meantime, John Cena doesn't have any. Yep. Goofs on you, Miz. He fooled you into it. Yep. Rhea caters to the Gooner crowd. Absolutely. 100%. I mean, I don't know. Again, I like the butt cheeks. I like the thighs. That's all cool to me too. But the amount of tattoos, the face, the makeup, you know, she's a pretty girl. I remember her when she was in the Mae Young Classic. Expert over here. Mae Young Classic. And she was blonde. She had the baby fat. You know, they really sculpted her like they're sculpting Chris Jericho right now to look like WWE. You can't come in the WWE look being fat and having baby fats and all this stuff. They're not going to allow it, Jess. I'm trying to tell these people out here. They don't believe me a lot of times because they let Kevin Owens in there. He's the exception because like Danny says he's wearing a fake, baby gut thing. He's shredded under there. But, yep, I don't like it. I don't like in these Drakes of the world. They're like, she's my favorite. No, yeah, she's a wrestler. How you don't know about her? Yeah. Shut up, Drake. She is really big, but what was that story the other day? They called her as big as somebody.
Oh, was it Brock Lesnar they're trying to say
Yes.
she was? Yeah.
Because of the whole WrestleMania.
The one ad that they're going to have for 5 months. Yeah.
Right. And there's no women on it. I mean, Rhea Ripley's as big as Brock Lesnar. She is, like Ian said, to the Gooners, but in reality, to like anybody as is just looking for wrestling or anything, she is not as big as Brock Lesnar. Give me a break.
Yeah, and like also he's been around longer, and like I was talking some wrestling to someone who does not watch, and I didn't think to bring up Brock's name. Like, we're talking about playing a game where we named characters after wrestlers. So I was like, oh yeah, my husband like picked some other guy, and he's like, well, who? So I was like, oh, Brock Lesnar. He's like, oh, okay, yeah, I know him, right? But like, bring up Rhea, he doesn't know who she is. If you're on TikTok, maybe, right? Like, but she's got. I think she could eventually be, but like, she doesn't have the history yet, and it's just no. I hate when people say,
No, sorry.
It's okay. I knew you were gonna press that damn button. I was gonna say, I hate when people set like their favorites up for like failure, and they're just like, oh, my favorite, and then they say something outrageous, and everyone's like, well, now I'm gonna have to criticize your favorite person. I wasn't going to, but you just lied.
I love Brock Lesnar, boy. Except for, the Cowboy Brock Lesnar's wrestling overall ain't hitting what like it used to. The old days of Brock Lesnar it felt much more dangerous, much more realistic, especially when he first got in the UFC and then he first came back. Like the last match he had against Cena, they just ran back Night of Champions from 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, it was. So, shout out to you, Brock Lesnar. Anything you want to say to us before you leave?
I'm coming for you, motherfucker!
Thank you. Anything else?
I'm the beast!
And I think you got one more thing you want to say, right?
Donald's a piece of shit! Miocic's a piece of shit!
Thank you. He is. I don't want to disagree with him until he leaves. Yeah. Drake is a condom on a corn dog. And Rhea is overrated. Just my opinion. I know y'all obsess over her. I like how she uses her facial expressions. All right, I'll give you that. These are some good facial expressions. It helps me out, of course. And, my main gripe is this. That's all. I just want her to leave, the little ladies alone. They think I know what you're doing. I know I used to do this stuff too, Rhea Ripley. I know what you're doing. Cut it out. So, yep. So Punk is champ, of course. Jey Uso, very upset about it. The next day he wrote, or after, later on that night, picture of himself in the corner crying after the match. Well, he's crying. And he wrote, y'all win, with a middle finger. So he's not happy about it. He stayed a good guy, though, which
I wasn't trusting him, so I don't know. We'll see.
Yep.
But he had his lying face on, so I was like, you full of shit.
He felt like he was going to turn. I got fooled last night. So last night was a good show. It's hard to fool this Dr. Huge, but when Logan Paul turned around and went and helped CM Punk, that doesn't even make any sense. He got beat up. He got at least thrown at the beginning by the Vision. Then he ends up like being partnered up with them. I mean, all right, I'll accept it, but that tells me that he really bumped his head. Like they really pushed him hard, and he was like, "Oh shit," and wasn't ready.
He did smack his head pretty hard into the the ring there. I think he's just looking for the top dog, right, to saddle up next to. So he was waiting to see who was on top. It was not CM Punk after that, and so
I will tell you, when I initially see Logan Paul, every time it's a go away heat. I just don't want him around. I don't think it's necessary. I know what you're doing, TKO, as well with all this, but I'll give him this: the sucker punches and the brass knuckle gimmick. It works. And it's hilarious. He's been sleeping everybody out here. Seth Rollins like 3 times in a row. He got the Yeet Meister like 3 times. And he's always popping in backstage like, blam!
Yep.
Just knocks him out cold. Then now CM Punk. Doing it to CM Punk just warmed my heart, too. Because I know CM Punk's a good guy right now. But fuck CM Punk. How about that? That's what Dr. Huge says. You like CM Punk? Fuck you too, right? Tupac style. No, I like.
He's growing on me, but I used to hate him, so.
No, I'll take Mickie James back. I heard she wants to come back in the wrestling, right? Now, if Mickie James comes on my screen, I'm going through that Joker, like opening my first nudie mag. Wow, what? That's disgusting. Nobody would ever do that. Unless you were gross, right? Right, Jess?
Correct.
Thank you. Nobody would ever do that. Not around here. Give you a chastity belt.
It's November. You can't do that, by the way.
Yep. It's No Nut November. Triple N.
Yes.
Yep. I'm living by it. I'm not doing it. I do No Nut November, December, January, February, March. You see.
Go hard, you know?
I wait for the summertime mainly. And then it's just nonstop. It just sounds like this over here. Yeah. And people walk in on me and I'm like, they expect multiple people or something. I'm like, nope, it's just me. Just me. I actually don't hate Logan. I think he's pretty damn good at what he does. Well, why don't you marry him then, Ian?
Whoa.
Why don't you marry him? Right? Him and Pat McAfee. Oh, I forgot you're already married. But yep. Get liking and subscribing, everybody, if you haven't already. I know you guys are having the chat. Make sure of that. Exactly. Not gonna let people
doxxed.
I'm not gonna let people troll me for free. Exactly. You want to get doxxed? Yep. Play around with me. Fuck around and find out, as the kids say. We'll all crash out harder than anybody. Hate that slang. Crash out. 6, 7, 6, 7. Ho, 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 6, 7. That's for the kids out there that are watching.
Yeah,
they're gonna love that.
0 of them.
6, 7. Come on, Jess. You know what this means, right?
Yeah, no, I'm not doing it.
All right. Can we do this at least?
G.
No.
G.
Yes.
G. G.
Not eating alone tonight, folks. I know you're all doing it at home too. Everybody, run it back.
G. 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 G.
Yes. All right. I'm gassed now again. You know, that yeeting really takes a lot out of you, Jey. So now, maybe you're better than I thought. Now you have to go wrestle a match after all that yeeting.
Gotta walk down all them stairs, climb over a barricade, walk into the ring while yeeting several times.
Shit, I'm sweating and everything. So, Saturday night main event. Sold half the tickets from a year ago, supposedly, or was it Saturday night? It was one of these shows. I think it was SmackDown, actually, from Utah last week.
Don't remember. But it was Halloween, so
that's true. Yeah. I didn't factor that in.
I'm not like gonna Meltzer over here and be like, a movie about freedom was on, but like it was Halloween.
That
kind
makes
of a rough
sense.
night. Yeah.
Right. The kids don't want to go to SmackDown on Halloween.
I would, but
I guess they sold like a little over 4,000 tickets, which means the arena was like bare. You know, like, of course, the whole half was gone, but then even more than that. And then the bowl, probably the very top. Like last night, great turnout, but there's none of the top.
Yeah.
And that's Raw. Raw is their A show. That's the big one. SmackDown, everybody's been saying it's the shits all year.
It's the shits.
It hasn't been that bad. It's just in comparison to Raw, it's you know, I would rather go to Raw. Plus you get an extra half hour. Yep.
I only go to SmackDown.
Really?
Yeah, I've never been to a Raw.
Wow. I've been to both, but they always have a SmackDown at Mohegan Sun in Connecticut. So that's the one I generally go to. Yeah, I don't know. And it was Utah. So we're in the middle of Utah on Halloween. It's almost like they knew that this was going to happen, so they put it in a place like this.
Yeah.
So, yep. There's really not much to it. Dave Meltzer. Yep.
Although he was defending because, you know, someone was trying to claim, you know, they were comparing like an 18,000 capacity arena to the one that they're just at for Raw, which only holds like 7,000. That's not including the stage. And somebody was like trying to make a bad faith argument, basically. And I saw Dave Meltzer actually came to the defense of the WWE, but that's right after that video went around of him silencing actually Tony Khan, calling him in the middle of a podcast. So
wow, he called him in the middle, but I didn't hear that.
Yeah, no, there's a clip. I wish I had it. And Dave's in the middle of like his podcast, and all of a sudden his phone's going off, and it's like, call from Tony Khan. And he's just like, whoa. So, you know, yeah.
Your boyfriend's calling.
I was like, and he silenced it. Tony probably cried. He was like, why didn't you pick up? So
very strange, this AEW. Hey, I'm still up for working for you, though. I'm right here.
AEW sucks.
I know you don't want Enzo.
We were out for my friend's birthday on Saturday, and one of her husband's friends was there, and it's like, oh, we think we might have met them at the wedding. You know, it was like last year. And he's like, oh, you guys like wrestling. My friend works at AEW. And I'm like, oh yeah, I remember you now, because I purposely walked away from him at the wedding because I was a little drunk already. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna say some dumb shit. So I was like, okay. So I was like, oh, I remember you now. Let's not talk about wrestling right now, because I was also really drunk already. So
give him a stone cold stunner.
Yeah, I would have put him through a table. I talked about it. I thought about it, but I didn't do it.
Yep. What's your finisher? The power bomb through the Mike Awesome style?
No. What do I'm trying to think what I pick. I always do some kind of like Samoan driver or some shit in like 2K. But
yeah. I got to get a 2K sooner or later, but every year they put this game out. Everybody's like, don't do it. Right? Justin, you said that this year. They're like, don't do it. It still stinks. But
I'm a sucker. I buy the top tier one.
Did you get the John Cena pack? An extra $15 added on?
I think it was already included because I bought the
no,
because it was the Bloodline one.
It was a big story that wasn't included with the massive package you buy in the beginning. Yep, you got it's an extra DLC they added on like late in the game.
Oh, I don't know. I guess not, because I haven't played it in a while. But yeah, I mean, it was the Bloodline version this year.
It's already a million. How many characters can everybody use? You know what I mean? And then you can download a bunch, and those a lot of those downloadable characters are just as good as a DLC character.
People are nuts with that stuff, man. I make myself, and that's who I play the whole time. Yep. So I don't play anybody else.
Yep. You know what? I'll give you this. If the show keeps growing the way it is, then eventually I'll get the game again, and we'll create our own little federation or something.
That'd be really fun.
With everybody that's involved, I'm sure we'll be able to keep up with it. At least all we have to do is just make our own characters, and then we'll just upload it onto the thing. And, you know, we'll make an arena, and we'll have our own fed. How about that? We'll add our own favorite characters in.
Bring back the E-Feds.
Yep. I see people doing it out there. They have fun with it. And I used to do that back in the day with just friends, you know, going to the houses, whatever. I mean, the good old days was really the N64 days with that game.
Yes.
Those wrestling games
No
are
Mercy.
amazing. Yep. What else do I got here? That's that. Oh, that champion picture. Did I put that in here? Where is that? No, I must not. I must have not have.
Oh, the four of them.
Yeah, we can just talk about it. But you know, the Jade Cargill, CM Punk, Ricky Saints, and Cody Rhodes. How could I forget about you? Right? You're so boring. They took a picture together. Everybody handed it out on the internet. Every time I post something WWE related on the TikTok, the AEW people come for me.
Oh yeah,
and they're like,
it goes.
They always say something to the effect of like, "Nope, are you trying to say this? Are you trying?" Because I make it very just like, you know, I post a picture and I write, "Hey, it looks like WWE is sticking it to AEW. Oh, are they sticking it to AEW? Is that what they're doing?" Yes. Can you see who's in the picture? Do you understand what's going on? They're all champions. They used to be at AEW. Now they're at WWE. They all have championship belts. They took a picture together for a reason.
Ethan Page in there too.
Right. And I'm sure if he was in town that week or whatever, he'd be doing it. But I didn't even know Ricky Saints was there that night.
He's like Cody's like bestie. I'll put it that way. So usually he goes and I guess watches Cody's matches. Apparently that got him in trouble at AEW because he went to like WrestleMania.
Right. I remember that story.
Yeah. So, you know.
Yep. How about this for a story? I mean, because that's all it is, kids. You know, they're sticking it to AEW. Look at that. Yep. I'm right. Always right. I didn't know this about Bianca Belair. You know, I've been wondering, like, where's she been? I know she was injured or whatever, but it was a finger. And it's like, she broke it in like 3 different places and at the joint. And like, that finger is jacked up. So if they won't even let you wrestle with a finger wrapped up, that means that shit was almost torn off your hand. And they said they just can't bring her back if it's stiff still and it's not setting completely right, because it'll just break again.
Yeah.
You know, so that stinks. Get well, Bianca Belair. And the Autistic Wrestling Federation says, I'd go see your WWE show on the day of my own funeral. Were you a zombie? Rest in peace. Yep, zombified. Is that what your last wishes are? You're going to be wheeled into the show by the Undertaker and Paul Bearer.
I'm going to write that in my will.
Yep. And then they'll just put you right in the middle, right in front, like front row, right middle, next to the green shirt guy.
Yeah, I was just like, give me like the seat next to him, my casket.
Weekend at Autistic Wrestling Federation. Yeah, just like Weekend at Bernie's. We'll just carry you around. So, yep. Ethan Page, that's another story. Ethan Page, Chelsea Green, both champions right now. Chelsea Green just got a championship over in AAA. What do you know what championship that was?
It's like their intergender tag.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, with
Ethan Page. Yep. So he got that too. So, you know, they're really tied in together. And I was thinking this well before even any of this was going down. But again, I'm like, so Zack Ryder, Matt Cardona, he can't be happy about this stuff, right? So his wife is now traveling with Ethan Page all over the place. And they're like, and he's literally like pretty much the same side as Ethan Page. I like Ethan Page. I was always calling for him to get put in the WWE, and he has been. It's working out. But is there a real beef between WWE and like Zack Ryder? The way that they cut him loose, that he managed to make something of himself in the indie scene. And I know that he's been on NXT and stuff recently, but like, they're not seeming to wanting to partner back up and get in the Zack Ryder business. You know what I mean?
I just wonder if maybe it's like I mean, I really feel like he would want to come back 100%, but like maybe
yeah.
they kind of feel like it's just a way to put himself over, and then like he'll just use that and then go back to what he's doing, right? Like, they don't want a one-sided partnership or something. I don't know.
But his wife's there and just signed a new contract.
Yeah, I mean, and she asked for her job back, so like after she got cut, so like, and they gave it to her.
She was
I don't
cut?
know. Yeah, like she was one of like the COVID cuts, I think, from Vince.
Oh, yeah.
And then she like texted Triple H after, Vince was kind of removed and was like, "Hey, can I have my job back?" And he was like, "Yeah,
Which
sure."
again, that shows me like Triple H, you cut Chelsea Green.
He did not. It was Vince.
Oh, it was Vince.
Yeah.
Vince.
It was like the COVID time. I think she was one of them. He was gonna cut like Io Sky, right? Like Vince was going ham over there. Yeah, I don't know.
But I'm
I
telling
like
you,
Ethan Page. So
if I was Zack Ryder right now, I wouldn't be. I would not like this.
yeah, no.
Mm-hmm.
Rough riding everyone.
Yeah. It's just it can't be good. You know what I mean? Like, no, it can be good.
For what? Like
For I don't know what Ethan Page's situation is, but I know Chelsea Green and Zack Ryder are together, and Zack Ryder is like not in the business.
Ethan's married with kids.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's part of the business, right? Like, I don't think, yes, obviously, stuff goes down, but it's not like back in the day. You know what I mean? You have more time to be around your family.
It must be so difficult if you even wanted to. Everybody's got a fucking camera in their hands.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, yeah.
You got to do it in the ring like these two.
Yeah. But, yeah, I don't know. It's business, so.
Right. I get it. I would like to make something of this stuff. It would be nice. If
I had to pick between the two, if I was Chelsea Green, I would pick Ethan Page. Like, sorry, Matt, but
what was Zack Ryder too bro for you or something?
No, I don't know. Ethan Page just, I like it. Like,
he's a good old Jersey boy. Come on.
Yeah, no.
And here's another story. It could be a work. In the world of wrestling relationships, I know some of the fans love this stuff. And Kaiser and Tiffy time, they might be done.
I think they are officially like broken up. I think it's been for a while at this point.
He's always in Mexico. Another thing, they were together all the time, traveling with each other, blah, blah, blah. And now he's been going to Mexico and he found this hot Mexican chick. And now all of a sudden he's holding hands with her and things. And all right. I mean, it's funny. The fans are just like, it could still be a work. It's all right. I mean, he is, that's El Americano Grande.
Yeah, that's not Kaiser. What are you talking about?
Oh, that's right. So yeah, maybe who knows? If it was a work, then you know what? That's good stuff. That's how you do it. That's how real wrestling is done. You really want to pull the wool over everybody's eyes and make it think, things are more interesting than they are. Yep. And Ian says, wait, but El Grande Americano is the one dating the Triple H. And yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's weird stuff here, man. Yep. I'm just, even last night when I'm watching the El Americano Grande team, take on whoever they were taking on. And I'm like, wait a second. What happened to Chad Gable? Where's Chad Gable?
It's like I think he had to get surgery for his shoulder or elbows, one of those. So that's like, 6+ months. If it was surgery, probably longer.
If he comes back, do you think he's going to like vie for the title of be like, wait, what's going on here? And then have to play it off almost too? Because that would be good.
I don't know. It's tough. I guess it depends on how long he's out.
I know you're not him. I know. And then people would come in and be like, well, yeah, I don't know. I was just talking to him, whatever, like, because he doesn't want to let on that he was, the same gimmick. But I don't know, that his team is just totally went into obscurity. I haven't seen them in forever. The last time when did do you remember the last time you seen them? They were backstage with somebody. Being all freaked out by him.
Yeah, they had like some little segments while Kaiser was like starting to, take over the role. I saw them at SummerSlam. We met them. That was about the last time I saw them.
That's a good team too. It's just
I love Ivy.
They need something to do,
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you put the tag belts on a team and then don't have them defend them, like.
Yep. So we talked about that and talked about that. We solved everybody's relationship problems. And Mysterio came back last night.
Yes.
The real one, the kids, the one in the mask. And he got into it with his son again. Was about to 619 him, but Dom rolled out of the ring, and then that was it, right? But what I'm seeing with this is, remember there was a rumor that Dom was going to be taking on Cena, dropping the belt to Cena. How many matches does Cena have left? Just 2. So it would make sense for him in the second to last. I think so too. It can't just be one more.
Is he fighting at MSG? I feel like that's coming up like real fast. Otherwise, I think that's like his.
So imagine he wins the IC title, which he's never done, the next match, and then loses it to whoever in the last match, and him taking it off of Rey Mysterio and him being the second to last match would make sense. But then Rey Mysterio would have to take it off his son within the next couple weeks. But then why wouldn't they just let Dom do it, unless you just want the nostalgia hit, right? Which I would think I would go for the Rey Mysterio if he's got a couple more matches left in him. Let one of them be with John Cena, right?
Yeah, I guess it depends. Yeah. Because I'm just curious who they're going to make the final opponent, right? Like if it's someone kind of like young who needs the push, then sure. But if it's like you waste like a Rey,
everybody seems to be stuck on Gunther, and
oh my god!
And I know you can't stand him. I like him, and I don't think that's even like the right.
What kind of chemistry would they have? You know what I mean? Like I just can't imagine them having.
And they just slap him a bunch, like
and powerbomb him, like. Also, like, Gunther's, like, tall and not, like, lanky. Like, obviously, he's got some mass on him. But, like, I don't know. Just, like, trying to picture Cena doing, like, 3 AAs on him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just, like, it's awkward and I don't know.
Yeah, I would not like that. So, hopefully, it's something like even a Chris Jericho. For me, guys, who cares about the kids? But yeah, I could totally see Dom to the second to last match, get the IC title, work in another title, make it a little more exciting, put some stakes on the line for old John Cena over there, and that's that. Here's a little extra news that Elton guy from the Pretty Deadly team.
Oh, Elton Prince, yep.
Yeah, he's injured. I don't know if he's expected back. It feels like he wasn't coming back, but because Kip Wilson's kind of doing a solo run, but I think they're just testing that out while,
Yeah, I think they were waiting because like Kit was kind of, not doing anything for a bit. I think they were kind of like waiting on maybe a timeline, and then they're just kind of letting him do his thing so it just doesn't like fade away into obscurity. But I love them as a tag team. I think they're fantastic. I love their old school heel tactics, right? Fun. They're, silly. So silly geese.
Yep,
yeah. So I think I got to watch at least one match of theirs before in person, but yeah, it's good time.
And they show their breastises a lot with those cutoff shirts.
Yeah,
And they do this. Ooh. Yep. So I'm glad they're sticking around. At least they should keep them. It was just like Breezango back in the day. I loved Breezango too.
Yeah.
You remember I think it was a SummerSlam or something where they were tanning and they got locked in the tanning bed by whoever they were like wrestling later. And then they came out and they gave them makeup all over their butt, like all these welts and things. And every time they got touched, it was like, and it's like, first of all, why are you tanning together anyway?
That's how you like build chemistry for your
that's
tag
what they
team.
said, I believe. Yes. Yeah. And Tyler Breeze came back recently too, now that I think of it.
Yeah.
Has he been coming? Has he been coming? Has he been coming back?
Not November. No. He I mean, he's been, doing stuff behind the scenes, and he's part of like the stuff that Xavier Woods does, but I think it was just like a one-time thing.
Oh, I was hoping he was coming back with
like
I
the
love
TNA
that
stuff, yeah.
With the selfie stick and yep. So pretty. Yep. And I got to tell you, I don't know. There's been many, many years of this, but these TikTok videos and the Ethan Page Chelsea one came across my page. I'm talking about just the not just all TikTok videos, the specific. We're doing a skit right now, guys. This is great, right?
You fucking income fucking
exactly. Like, get off my timeline with that horse shit. It's not entertaining. It's just like, look, we're here. It's like all the ladies generally backstage. They try, then they get all the other guy wrestlers to get involved. And they're like, no, we're gonna do the Michael Jackson dance or something. And it's like, stop it. Like, this isn't entertaining. It's mind mush. Do you like that stuff? Like when you saw whatever they were doing on there, Chelsea and Ethan.
I don't have TikToks. So I don't come across those very often. But yeah, I don't know.
On Twitter a lot too.
If it's like R-Truth, I mean, like then yeah, like I think that's probably funny watching him do some stuff. But yeah, I don't.
Nia Jax used to love him back in the day, and a bunch of other, they. Like, what are you doing with your time? You're just going to be doing these stupid videos. And then they get, what makes me even more mad is they get all these likes, hit the like button. And they're not using their brain power. They're not setting up shows. They don't have special guests. They don't have to
start making TikToks,
doing the fucking Running Man in the locker room. And people are like, oh my God, this is the best thing I've ever seen.
It's the stan culture, I think. Like these people consume everything about they're in everyone's business, who they're dating, who they're not dating, right? Like, so anytime they get to see them like outside of the ring, like I think they just like consume it.
Mm-hmm.
So gotta take advantage of it, right? If I was famous, I'd probably be doing the same shit, but
I don't know how much time you have left, but
I'm good till whenever.
All right, let's take a quick break. I got to take little Braun Breaker out for a minute, and I'll be right back. Give me like 3 minutes. I'll be back before this timer's up, everybody. While you're out there, don't forget, hit me up on all my Linktree stuff. Go follow Jess in the meantime, everything like that. I'll even put on a new song for you, and I'll be back in under 5 minutes. back. Look at that, everybody. Yep. What on earth is this song? The best song ever. Yep. One of my millions of songs that I made. That's right. Sound like my dad. It's exactly what he says. Where's the melody? I'm like, well, it's there. You know, it's all there, folks. Right, HVAC? Shout out to you, face blue, wide eyes. Yep. So I got some more stories for everybody. I'm not done yet. Get liking and subscribing. Yep. Go follow Jess. Do you have anything else you want to plug other than your Twitter there?
No, that's really where I am. I don't like use anything else.
That's where she's at, folks. So
I'm on Twitter. Okay.
Anything Jess related is right on the X machine.
All your Tama Tonga needs right there.
Yeah. So we got the BRCW Championship. Have you even heard of this? I never have, but Shayna Baszler won it.
Oh, yeah, I did see that.
Yep. And she won it because Ash by Elegance pretty much quit the match. So I guess that's an easy win for you guys, or for you, Shayna Baszler. You know, I always have Shayna Baszler out there working on my car, you know, when it's broke down and things. And it was funny. I used to go with that gimmick and, you know, be like, she's, you know, the kind of girl you bring home to beat up your mom and all this stuff. And it's funny. They went with it, WWE, towards the end when she was wrestling with them, because they dressed her up like, what's his name from Fast and Furious? You know, not Ving Rhames. The bald guy.
Vin Diesel?
Vin Diesel.
Family.
Remember, yeah, the Family Guy. When he was in Fast and Furious, he had the white wife beater.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what she was wearing. She was going for, I'm a grease monkey and I'm a badass.
I think she was just going for lesbian.
I'm telling you, I know what she she watched a little too much Fast and Furious. That's what it was. But anyway, she reminded me of Ronda Rousey, who I have an autograph of back here, of course. Yep. Very, very pleasant lady. And she didn't punch me in the face or anything, or choke me out, or break my arms, and nothing.
Nothing, no.
And you know, Ronda Rousey's been talking a lot of smack on wrestling fans through the years, on the MMA fans, on really everybody lately.
Yeah, Joe Rogan saying that he doesn't have any fighting experience.
Yeah. And they're like, what about his taekwondo? And she's like, yeah, but he wasn't like in a fight, was he? Oh, you know, she's thinking MMA and all this. I get it. Listen, I get how you can be egotistical when you're in a super competitive sport like that at that level. It's like, but you can't take it like when people call you the GOAT and then other people don't think you are. You can't shitbag everybody and go, well, if you don't think I am, you're stupid type of
thing. My mom says I'm the GOAT.
It just didn't look very good for Ronda Rousey this week, and I think she lets the emotions get the best of her, and I don't think she really means what she's saying. It's an ego front.
And I just also think she's dumb. So you know, like that combination is not really good.
Yeah. A little bit of that too, but yeah, she was called fans ungrateful. So she's talking mainly MMA fans right now. And she's lumping everybody in with her. Like, oh, they just think George St. Pierre's the shits and Chuck Liddell's the shits. No, they don't. Of course, you're going to have your knuckleheads out there that are going to say all kinds of stuff. Not everybody's not going to like everybody, but we all know Randy Couture was good. We all know George St. Pierre was good. You know, I'm one of these guys. I used to watch UFC from 1993, back when there was no rules and shit, no weight classes, none of that. And to see where it's gone to that point, I see Ronda Rousey's career like this. And it's not to shit on her, but it wasn't real. Okay? Everything's been rigged for a very long time now. To think that you're going to have this meteoric rise as the female fighter beating up everybody else, and yet you're not like beating up any brown, black people. You know, it's hard to believe in the fight game. To me, that's been watching it forever, or just any poor person. The White Russians, right? Like, you're not going to beat these people. They been fucking eating dirt for years, you know, and they lived through it. But she came up across Holly Holmes first. Well, before even that, she fought the same chick 3 times.
Yeah.
You know, I forget her name too. It's like BFT's out to here, folks. But she still, I mean, she was like tapping her out left and right. And it's kind of, to me, it's like, all right, you're saying this is the other best chick in the world. But this is what I'm saying, where it's kind of rigged. And they kind of propped her up to be like this megastar, which worked. And also the rumors, you know, with Dana White and stuff, you know. Exactly. So that could have helped as well. I'm just saying, maybe Ronda Rousey wasn't as great as she was. And then to get this mad about that, then, you know. Yeah. Not Nunes. She fought a brunette chick 3 times. Beat her all 3 times. I'm thinking to myself, what's the trilogy match for? You know, you got beat twice in a row. Yeah. Do some looking up. Thank you.
I'm trying to like Google her. My loud ass keyboard.
But Nunes is the GOAT, right? I mean, she's got big old hands. She's knocking out all these broads. That's the one all the girls want to be with when they get to prison. So. Oh, yeah, she was the decent looking one. Yes, that one. Exactly.
Not Misha Tate.
Misha Tate. That's exactly who that was. Yep. Misha Tate.
Look at that. I'm like a researcher now.
Tate, she, imagine you had to fight the same lady 3 times. And nobody was thinking about this back in the day for some reason.
She's cute.
And for getting punched in the face a lot, you know, like, and that brings me to Holly Holmes. Like, Holly Holmes, hot as hell. Like, she's super, super hot. And but that face, she's been punched so many times. It's like a face, you know. So she's a butterface now. I'm sorry to say, but I mean, hey, I would still, I'll take Holly Holmes any day, even with the potato face. Yep. I don't want to add you on Discord, chat. No. You're out of my life. No Discord. Yeah. I don't got time for that. You know what I mean? These Discord people. So, yep, she shit all over the MMA fans, said they were just, you know, stupid. They've never been in a fight. Joe Rogan's never been in the fight. And, you know, they just hate on her because she's an opinionated woman, Jess.
Sure. You do.
Which just enrages dudes even more. Like, either she knows what she's doing or she has no clue what she's doing, because that's not how you approach these things in the year 2025 AD. That's crazy to say, you just don't like me because I'm a woman. Nope, that's not how this works anymore, Ronda Rousey. You know,
nice try.
Are we equals or not? You know, like we're accepting that, but you got to put everything in the context. All right. You got rocked over and over and over again. Like, just get over it. So that's the fight game. She wanted to quit after she got kicked in the head by Holly Holmes. She's like, I'm done. It's like, why? Because it's hard now.
Well, that was like, I read Becky Lynch's book, and she was supposed to take like a pin. It was like, I can't lose, you know? And it's like, my mom won't let me. It's like, what? How old are you?
Wow, she said that?
Yeah, there was some kind of thing going on where like she said she wasn't, like, her mom wouldn't allow her to lose, basically. And I'm like, are you like 12? You know what I mean? Like, your mom driving you to the arena? Like, she's not going to bring you back home. Like, what's going on here?
Yeah, Becky Lynch annoyed me so much at the time, being the man. I remember she said something about Ronda Rousey's husband, and then the following Raw, Ronda Rousey, it was like she was given the green light to punch her anywhere but the face. I don't know if you guys remember this, but I could tell, like, even Becky Lynch knew. She had this look on her face like, here we go, you know, like she's standing in the ring after she said some more stuff or whatever, and then Ronda Rousey comes out and just starts pounding away at her ribs, Rocky style, And I think that was her receipt, right? But it was, I'm the superstar, and now you're talking about my husband and blah, blah, blah. And, she's already doing this other stuff that I didn't even know about. So I thought it was pretty awesome at the time, Yeah. So cut it out with that ego. And she's also, again, with the looks, me too. I love talking about ladies' looks, everybody. Good and bad. But, she's one of those, reminds me of Drew Barrymore, where she's either looking really, really good or really, really bad. Like there's no middle space. She's either looking hot or she's looking like she just fucking rolled out of bed, So I don't know. Take that information and do whatever you want with that, I guess. She won't be talking to me anytime soon, I'm sure. She won't talk to anybody in the media anymore, it seems like. She's like, they're not my friends. And it's like, they never were your friend. It's just that they got to give their opinion. They got to give it in the correct way that they see it, or else their people are going to come for them.
I was gonna say, it's kind of telling to be like, oh, they're not my friends, so you only want to talk to people who will like spin something positively about you. Right. Then yeah,
that's lame too.
Mom will get mad, So
yeah, Mom. Oh, that's so silly. But then we got the Vision, of course. We brought them up a little bit earlier. Yeah. They got matching gear now. That's a big deal in my world. Yeah, when you get matching gear, you guys are tied at the hip for a while. There's no breakup, maybe mania, but we got a while now. Yep, best friends. What's his name? I know their pictures are here. The hell are their names? Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. That's right.
Bronze.
So many wrestlers. Did you ever see this one?
No, I like that one.
Yep. Beers, popcorn. He's ready for Monday Night Raws, and then of course, Braun Breaker. And Seth knew something was wrong right here. The way he was eating this hot dog, he's like, I don't know if I can trust this.
I'm next.
Ultra tanned guy, So, yep. Now they're matching. They're really in it together. But, I love how they do this thing where Bronson Reed is clearly in the background, and we'll put him like he lets Bronson, whatever. He lets the dog come out first. And he lets him, kind of do his thing and everything. So, yep. We see you out there too, Bronson Reed. I actually kind of like him better. I think he's a little funnier. And
yeah, I don't know. I like them.
You doing 6'7" right now?
Oh my God, no! I'm Italian. I don't I'm not 6'7".
Thank you. That was very close to either that or it's not a catch.
Fumbling, yeah. I think Braun is funny, but it's more like the candid moments, like when he was like, talking to Logan and like, oh, we just want to go past, like that's kind of like bully funny.
You're right.
And I think Bronson is just like naturally funny.
Yes.
So I would like him to. People have this thing where like, they want like super serious wrestlers like all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's boring. Like everyone needs to be a little bit funny.
Like when you pop again, they should go back to it. Bronson Reed needs to steal somebody's shoes again. Like, wouldn't it be hilarious if just the next time they get in one of these altercations out there and they laid up, like last night would have been a perfect scenario.
CM Punk's shoe. Like,
maybe they're not nice. If
and
wasn't Jey Uso laying on the ground too?
Yeah.
He could have taken four pieces of sneakers.
Sell those on eBay, man. You could be doing a whole side hustle here.
Keep that going. He doesn't have to wear them. I get why you wore the Tribal Chief ones, because that's a play off the Tribal Chief stuff. But these ones, because the funny part is watching him remove grown men's sneakers, in front of everybody.
Well, you keep calling him the Tribal Thief, but it's like he's not. What is he stealing anymore? You know what I mean? So that name either has to go away, or he's got to get back to taking some shoes.
Exactly.
Take a shirt. I don't know, like just anything at this point.
Yeah, it can't just end because Roman Reigns beat you and got his shoes back. No. We do long-term storytelling around here. I'm almost gassed, Jess. This is what happened. I'm almost gassed out, but good thing we only have a few more stories left. But Well, actually, one more story. We'll blow through this, but Papa Pump.
Oh yeah.
This goes out to you, Papa Pump. Now that we're talking about this, Bronson, your nephew. Listen, I asked for the follow. I posted a picture of you with me after I gave you a bunch of money, cash, fresh cash in your hands, cold hard cash like everybody likes. And then I still don't have a follow. Can somebody clip this now or in the future and put this and send this to Big Papa Pump's people? Because we don't believe that that's you. Okay. Send it to his people. Your people are watching probably right now, trying to get everybody to buy shit and do things. I'll think about it, but I want my follow. You got like 100,000 followers. You're following back 200 people, 250 people or something. I don't believe you. I don't believe it. And then I see, I'm following this guy. No, you're not. You're saying you're doing it, and you're definitely not following Dr. Huge.
Yeah. There's a little too much of like, oh, another freak just got a notification, but I didn't see anyone going like, oh my gosh, I got like, so come on.
Yeah.
I'll repost it. I'll prove it.
Liar, pants on
my
fire.
husband tagging me in his post, going follow Jess, like do this, no, nothing.
Can't even do it. In the meantime, John Cena follows me. John Cena probably follows you, right?
Yes, John Cena, R-Truth, Piper Niven, Shiloh, Osiris, who else? We got some more probably somewhere.
Teddy Long. I'll tell you why Teddy Long is important. Teddy Long is important because he only follows like 150 people, and I'm one of those people. Playa.
Mm-hmm. I got a bunch. I like drunkenly.
Of course you do. It doesn't matter when you get follows, Jess. I mean, come on.
What?
Yeah, well, think about it.
Hurricane Helms followed me because I made him laugh. Okay, I'll have you know.
Right.
I know why some of them follow me, but I also drunkenly I've met Piper like 4 times. So the last time we saw her at SummerSlam, I was like,
of course, Bailey must be following you.
No, she did not.
You gotta get that all right, Bailey needs to follow you, and Papa Pump needs to follow me. Stat. Let's go, people out here. Yeah, make it happen, H-back. I know you're a big wig out here in the YouTube verse and everywhere.
The YouTubes.
Everybody get liking and subscribing, of course. I need those likes. I put up another promo edit video last night. I got another one coming later this week. We got Thursday Night Dabbling. Lady KB may be coming on that show that everybody loves, but you never know. I think she works late sometimes, so I may have to make it a replacement on there or whatever. But hey, if you're free, Jess, if you want to watch some localness, if you're around Thursday.
I try to watch it like right as I start my workouts, and then I usually have to drop off after a bit. But
yeah, no problem.
But I always start right at 7.
But I got my clips ready I got Joey C as Batman. I got some Stuttering John clips. We're gonna have an amazing time on this Thirsty Thursday. Yep. And go follow Jess, of course, again on X. Follow me here. We got more shows coming to you. Of course, we got the Saturday show as well. The Sleaze and Danny Damage are the regulars on that show. And, I'll send you the link sometimes there. And if you just don't take it, you don't take it. But if you ever have time and you randomly show up, it's pretty much a free-for-all. So one of these days, I want to see how many people I can get on the screen. I know I can get 10 people on the screen. And I just want to get a lot of people on the screen one time.
Just do like the Brady Bunch thing.
Oh, it's going to be crazy. Could you imagine 10 people, 5 people up top and 5 people on the bottom?
Oh, we could do our own like war games. Oh, we gotta.
I'll
going.
Yep, I'll think about it. I'll try to get it together. Do a war games. We got to do it at least once and maximize this restream business. But anyway, thank you for coming on. Of course, again, Tuesday nights are Jess or something like that, right? We'll figure it out. I got a catchy slogan coming. And thanks for watching. Thanks for listening wherever you're listening on the Apple Podcasts and SoundCloud and YouTube and Kick, all over the world. Again, thank you and have a good night. Bye-bye.
Bye, y'all.